At times, a small shell discovered on the beach can be something to be wondered at. The revelation of a perfect work of engineering.
There are those who, imitating the sea, have wished to design perfect forms, and with them create fast ships with hydrodynamic lines, slender prows that on their voyage proclaim to the four winds the splendour of human ingenuity.
At Sener, we have more than 50 years' experience searching for the precise equation, the most effective design, melding together at the heart of our work the four fundamental elements: earth,
fire,
air,
and water. And Sener started with water, when in 1956, Enrique de Sendagorta founded the pioneer of Spanish engineering companies.
In those early years, Sener's drawing boards produced designs for ships of all types, and these were transformed into real boats, into tools for progress. Coastal ships, passenger lines, cargo ships, refrigerated vessels.
With the incorporation into the company of the aeronautical engineer José Manuel de Sendagorta, brother of the founder, Sener extended its activities into new areas.
Today, more than 50 years later, Enrique and Manu's project has grown into a company employing more than 2,000 professionals, with offices in Bilbao, Madrid, Barcelona, Valencia, Seville, Lisbon, Mexico, Sao Paulo, Buenos Aires, Algiers, Abu Dhabi, Warsaw, Yokohama, and San Francisco.
Sener is immersed untiringly in activities, facing a present and a future full of technological challenges and new projects, taking on ever more ambitious goals.
Projects such as the Amorebieta combined cycle plant, the more than 1,000 ships with Sener engineering, the more than 30 satellites with equipment designed by Sener, the motor of the Eurofighter, the thousands of kilometers travelled on high-speed lines and by metro within and outside Spain. The third runway and wide range of other work carried out at Barcelona Airport. This means that the people working for Sener feel a sense of pride from belonging to an organisation that is serving the community and which is recognised for doing so.
We have come a long way. But looking back to the beginning of this long and exciting road. By 1963, Sener was employing 100 people, and our activities had gone beyond purely shipping.
New technological solutions had been found for industrial plant in the iron and steel, chemical and petrochemical industries, and civil engineering works.
At that time, Spain was growing and industrializing rapidly, and Sener was one of the leading players. The dream of progress and man's desire to achieve new goals led him to want to fly like the birds. And he achieved it, and more. He went higher and further than any bird.
In 1967, Sener began its adventure in space as the first Spanish company to win a European Space Agency tender to design and construct a launch tower for rockets in Kiruna, Sweden.
Today, with more than 40 years' experience in this field, Sener has shown its technological capabilities in projects as symbolic as the Hubble telescope and the International Space Station.
Sener is currently working on the Herschel and Planck scientific satellites, a Spanish satellite for observing the Earth, the study of combustion in conditions of microgravity, the Smart Olive vehicle that will be launched so that once in orbit, it will lengthen the useful life of the satellites.
And once again to the sea. In 1968, Sener launched the Foran system, a computer program to design and build ships that is currently being used in more than 100 shipyards in 30 countries. So that today, just as at the beginning, naval design continues to be one of Sener's specialities.
Until the nuclear moratorium in 1982, Sener also developed engineering of nuclear plants, where it was notable for being one of the first companies to work with this kind of energy.
Turnkey projects for combined cycle and cogeneration plants, projects in liquid natural gas, participation in refining projects and in researching nuclear fusion are good examples of Sener's activities in this field today and in the future.
Sener is a world leader in solar innovations, driven to cost-efficient solutions. Nowadays, Sener develops its own technology, such as the central tower receiver, heliostats, and molten salt storage system, such as the patented Sener Trough system, and the Sensol computer program, which allows for the dimensioning and optimization of the solar plants. In the concentrating solar power sector, Sener is a promoter and an investment company, an expert in construction, a specialist in turnkey projects, as well as an expert in technological developments. Projects such as Gema Solar, Termasol, Arcasol, Andasol 1 and 2, and Extrasol 1 and 2 show Sener's huge potential in this field, being the first company in the world to apply the molten salt storage systems in commercial plants. In aeronautics and vehicles, we have accumulated a vast experience thanks to our participation in the development of the Airbus family of planes, and in work to improve levels of security and performance and reduce costs in automobile production and railway rolling stock.
In 1984, Sener began to provide telecommunications engineering services and also became part of the European consortium to develop the EJ200 motor for the Eurofighter. It was then that Sener prompted the creation of Industria de Turbopropulsores, turboprop industry or ITP, which after all these years is still the only Spanish company manufacturing aeronautical engines and gas turbines.
Sener is the reference shareholder in ITP, which today has a presence in large aviation programs and is gaining ground in the international aeronautics market. The Sener Engineering Group promotes and participates equally in projects based on reusing and recycling waste, the efficient use of energy, and its generation from renewable sources or waste.
Sener participates in the Zabal Gharbi Association, which uses the solid urban waste from Vizcaya in energy generation. The regeneration plant, enabled with capacity to treat the rubbish from a large city like Bilbao, enables us to achieve, through a thermal process developed by Sener, an electrical output of 93 megawatts. We are currently working on Zabal Gharbi's second trial phase in the utilization of solid urban waste.
The plant for the treatment of pig manure from the Tracusa piggeries in Juneda, Lleida, uses a process developed by Sener to transform the manure into organic mineral fertilizer and to generate electricity.
Sener is also a benchmark company in infrastructure projects involving transport, highways and railways, airports and ports. Sener has become one of the best-known companies in the civil engineering sector, both nationally and internationally.
Proof of this is our work on the metro systems in Bilbao, Lisbon, Oporto, Barcelona, Madrid, Valencia, Buenos Aires and Algeria.
Closely related to civil engineering, projects which involve the area of architecture need to incorporate technologies that are not traditionally used in constructing buildings.
Sener has had a role in buildings such as the Euskalduna Palace, the Bilbao Exhibition Centre, Bilbao's Maritime Museum, and Fuerteventura, Warsaw, and Bilbao airports.
In our desire to innovate, we have ventured along new paths, such as actuation and control systems, which are today the youngest part of the company, and which are based in the Integration and Trial Center at Tres Cantos, Madrid. We have started a new area of business activity based on traditional methods of production, with a few hundred units of high-precision electromechanical systems being produced each year for use in industry, aeronautics, defense and medicine. We have a set of values and a way of working in engineering at Sener that sets us apart. This is the best possible guide and path for the next 50 years. At Sener we know that we're doing things well because we're growing and our results are very positive. It's also a question of the satisfaction within our team of people, for our capacity to innovate and the prestige that we've gained. New and exciting challenges await us at Sener. The excitement in the search for innovative solutions, an unlimited curiosity, and the will to work to improve our surroundings makes us proud to belong to this corporation.